everyone. I'm Vielica Maria Gabrielle with Wake County Health and Human Services and Cooperative Extension and the amazing Social and Economic Vitality team. So I am here. I'm going to be your host for the evening. We're going to be talking about summer camps and getting us ready for our young people to enjoy a safe and educational and fun summer. So a lot of you are asking, do you not realize it's just February and you're planning for the Christmas? I'm sorry, for Christmas. I'm planning for that also. Planning for the summer already? Absolutely. Absolutely. We find that it gives us time to plan, both financially and mentally, to get us ready for our young people going off to summer. So you're going to hear, it's going to be like a speed date tonight, guys. You're going to hear all of the different camps coming through. They're going to give you a quick overview of their camps and some of the opportunities that they have. You will receive um, an email with this recording, along with the all the camps and any information that they may be sharing with you. You will also receive from each of the camps. They will be able to also send you directly to you and answer any questions that you may have regarding their particular camp. So again, this is going to be a speed date. So get comfortable, get ready, get set, and I'm gonna take my time. No, just kidding you. I want us to prepare ourselves. If you have friends that you need to share this video with later, not a problem, because we want as many of our young people in Wake County to be able to take advantage of some of these amazing camps. So I'm going to be introducing to you some of the camps in the orders that they'll present. We're going to do them 3 at a time. They will go right after each other. And first, we're going to have from Wake County Health and Human Services, Cooperative Extension. You will hear information about our 4-H camp, and you're also going to learn about what actually 4-H is about. Then you're going to hear from the City of Raleigh, Parks and Recreation, followed by the Wake County Boys and Girls Club. So lots of great information. We're going to get you settled. If you have questions, because of the time frame, one of the options you have is you can put it in the chat and we'll be able to answer the chat. If we have time at the end, we will make time to be able to answer those questions with you live. We want to make sure that you get to hear from everyone. So what we're going to ask you to do is not to come off of mute so that the speakers will be able to present. And as you have questions, I'm going to try, along with our team, to monitor the chat and try to make sure that we are respecting your time as well as your questions. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with Dan. You can go ahead and get started. And actually, let me stop sharing. All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, so I'm presenting on just BJP right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Let me share
Actually,
my screen.
if you want to do BJP and then go straight into the day camps?
If you want me to, I mean, I can get that done pretty quick.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and do both.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for having 4-H at the table. So we for the first camp that I'm going to talk about is our traditional 4-H camp, which is a sleep away camp. As you can see, this is one flyer that our lovely Riley communications specialist that came up with. These will be going out to you. Vielka has them and we'll send them out to everybody. And this camp is a week long. It is June 25th through June 30th. That is a Sunday to a Friday. So what happens is we have a bunch of charter buses that come to our office. The parents all come and sign in. And then we send off the kids that Sunday morning and they take off. It is at our Betsy Jeff Penn Summer Camp Center, which is in Reedsville, North Carolina. It's about two hours away. As you can see, there is a price for this camp. There are scholarships, so if anyone needs help with financial assistance, the contact information is below, so just be sure to click on that contact information or call with any questions about how that can work. We offer traditional camp, which is for ages 8 to 12, adventure camp, which is ages 12 to 14, and then trucker camp, which is ages 12 to 14 as well. As you can see, adventure camp is all about things like canoeing on the river and everything. And trekker camp is cool because they actually do things like rock climbing, and they also go off and camp in tents away from the main camp center. Um, and so this is like your traditional, like your typical summer camp that you would see on movies with the cabins and everything. It's to offer children, that kind of true experience outdoors in nature, no cell phones, away from technology. And they get to experience things like horseback riding, lots of team building, archery, outdoor education, lots of arts, music, crafts. There's swimming because they have a lake there. They also have a pool. Um, and a lot more. I know they have every time they have a dance at the end of the week and stuff, and it's really cool to see the kids kind of get on the buses on Sunday, and a lot of them are super nervous, and then a lot of them are super excited because they've been there before, and then they come back on Friday and they don't want to leave. They start crying because they see their mom and dad or their parents, and they don't want to leave their new friends that they've made or whatever. So it's a really cool experience. If you have any questions, again, like I said, the contact information is on that flyer that you will receive. Just make sure you give that number a call, or you can also email Esmeralda and she can fill you in on more of the details. But just for time's sake, I'm gonna move on if I can. All right, let me get out of this. No, I wanna. All right, and here's the rest of my presentation. Okay, so some of you may not know what 4-H is. We are a fun program where kids get to learn by doing to make the best better. That's their motto. 4-H is the world's largest youth serving organization with over 6 million participants internationally. And everyone is invited to join. We have inclusive programs and clubs and camps that are open to all youth ages 5 to 19, regardless of race, color, creed, national origin, gender, or disabilities. The other camps that we have going on this summer that we know about now are what we call in-house camps. They're each for a week long, and they're at our office. And these camps are all free. So these camps are, some of them are talk about finding your voice and for social justice, and I'll get into these a little bit in more detail. We have a cooking and baking camp that's called Farm to Fork. And then we have a STEAM or STEM camp that's really based around science. And then the traditional sleepover summer camp I just talked about. So here's the details. Again, you guys will get this in the email as well. So you don't have to worry about writing things down if you don't want to. Our first camp our very first camp that we're doing in-house is Farm to Fork, and that is June 19th through June 23rd, which is Monday through Friday. This is for ages 10 to 12. It is from 9 to 3 p.m. and it's at our extension building. So this is a really cool one that we just started last summer, where the campers in the morning for the first half of the day, we go out on a field trip, and they go to some place that is involved in in Wake County's local food system. So that could be like last year we took kids to the facility on NC State's campus that makes feed for animals, and they got to learn about how that whole system works. We took them to a couple of farms. We took them to the farmers market, and they got to learn about how farming works and where our food comes from. And then the second half of the day, we always come back and we bake or cook some sort of meal. And then the last day on Friday is like the cooking. We call it a cooking challenge. It's not really a challenge. They are given $10. Each team is split up into teams. They're given $10, and they're given part of a meal. So it could be the entree, a side, a dessert. We all go to the farmers market. They have those $10 to buy the local produce to make that part of the meal. We come back and we have a huge cooking session, and then we feast at the end of the day. So they get to learn all about local food systems and cooking and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. BJ Camp is the next one. I've already talked about that, but there's some more information. Then we have Pass the Mic program, which is for high schoolers, July 10th through the 14th, and that is ages 13 to 18. That's again 9 to 3 p.m. and that will be held most likely at our extension building, if not on NC State's campus. And this is where students they learn to find their voice basically through many different types of art, including poetry, podcasting, spoken word, and then other types of or forms of art that allow them to find their voice. And then they learn the basics of like social justice, and they get to choose and think about the things that are important to them, that they are passionate about or have a concern about, and they learn how to voice their thoughts or even some social justice within the community. And it's pretty cool. This is a grant funded one, and so they go home with a podcasting kit, everything included, and stuff like that. And so that's a really fun, really fun and interesting camp for high schoolers if interested. And then our last camp is a STEM camp, which is July 31st through August 4th. And this is for the youngest group, ages 7 to 9. This one's from 8 to 1 p.m. and it will be held at our extension building. And we have a lot of guest speakers that come in and teach all things STEM. So in the past, we've done microbiology. They've learned things on bugs, flowers, bones, dinosaurs, chemistry, trees. Microbiology is the one that always sticks out in my mind. It was pretty cool because it was a PhD student who came in, and she taught them microbiology by learning how to make bread. And the whole microbiology part is with the yeast. And so they learn what yeast is and how it interacts with flour and sugar and why that whole process happens. So that was a pretty cool experience for the kids. So those are the three in-house camps that we have, and then we have our traditional BJP camp, and that is all. If you guys have any questions beyond that, when I can answer with the other presenters, I will. And then beyond that, you've got the contact information down here as well.
Thank you, Dan. And yes, I'm going into the chat and trying to answer some of the questions that are coming up. So I'm going to be scrolling through that. And camp presenters, as you are finished answering questions, you are welcome to go in the chat and update any information. So again, thank you, Dan. And we're going to go now over to our Miss Debbie with the City of Raleigh Parks and Recs.
Thanks.
Debbie, you're on mute. It happens, guys.
That was just an amazing. You missed the entire thing. I did it in like 2 seconds, and y'all missed it. But let me share again. Hold on. Okay, can you guys hear me now? We're good. I am Debbie Houston with Raleigh Parks Recreation and Cultural Resources, and my job is actually financial assistance. So I am going to try and do a quick summer camp and assistance preview for you guys. I have already sent the brochure to Bielka along with financial assistance applications, so she can forward that out to you, but you can also, my contact information will be here, so you can email me directly as well. So Raleigh Parks and Recreation, we actually have 2 types of camps. They're day camps. There are specialty camps, and those are things like football, or digi camp, or computer camp. These are typically shorter day programs, so they'll be like 9 to noon, or they might be 8:30 to 5. They usually cost more, so they're usually anywhere from $100 to $330 a week. We do offer payment plans though, so you would, when you register for the program in March, you would pay a fourth, and then you would have a payment plan for April, May, and June. All of our preschool camps, unfortunately, are specialty camps. We are not a licensed daycare, so we do not do full day camps for kids, so that the preschoolers, so that they are half day programs, specialty programs. And then lastly, for specialty camps, I can't apply assistance to that. That being said, we do have traditional camps. And our traditional camps are where we are going to the pool, we are going out on a field trip, we are cooking, we're doing an arts and crafts. And I like to say we are Raleigh Parks and Recreation. We are not going to have your campers reading at a 10th grade level, but we're going to wear their little butts out. So our hours are 7:30 in the morning until 6 at night. You can drop them off pretty much anytime between 7:30 and 9. And then like the instructional time ends about 4:30, but they can stay with us until 6. The camps cost anywhere from $55 to $150 a week. You have to be 6 to do the camp, and you must be 6 as of August 31st of this year. And financial assistance can be applied to all of our traditional camps, as well as setting up payment plans. Our registration dates. So registration is going to start on March 27th. We'll have these dates out for you for when we're doing things. If you're trying to get to Halifax and want to do camp at Halifax, don't get up at 5:30 in the morning on Monday to register, because you're not going to be able to. So the way we do it is only the camps that are available on Monday are going to be available for registration. On Tuesday, we'll add this next level. So Monday and Tuesday's camps will be available. And then by Wednesday, all the camps will be up and available. I will say this, if you're trying to get your kid into Abbott's Creek or Millbrook or Optimist, if you are not up at 5:30 in the morning, you're not going to get into camp. We only have about 80 slots for each of the sites per week. And so while there's tons of spaces and tons of sites, you're competing with just a small group of people. Some of our smaller sites only take 40 campers. So keep that in mind when you're registering. Have a backup, put yourself on wait lists. Registration tips, put yourself on wait lists. Before March 27th, log into your account, make sure you know your password. If you don't have an account, create one. Make sure that all of your campers are on your account. Make sure that their birth dates are correct, because if they're not, you're going to have a difficult time trying to register for the programs. Don't try and register on multiple devices. If you're trying to register on your laptop and Auntie Deb's over there on her cell phone trying to register at the same time, you're counting each other out and your child's not getting registered. In order for the registration to be complete, you're going to have to put in your payment. So if you don't make a payment during the process, you have not registered. So you might have it in your cart, but it's going to go out of your cart within an hour. And then lastly, we ask that once registration is complete, to please go ahead and just log yourself out of the system. Now I'm going to do a quick switch gears, do financial assistance. We do offer financial assistance. So we do a fee reduction, so anywhere from 25 to 50% off the cost of the programs. And we also have that payment plan. And the payment plan is just a no interest payment. So we take your total amount and divide it up into 4 months, and you just pay it that way. Who's eligible? I use HUD guidelines. So if you want to know, it's HUD guidelines. Families that are in the low income limit are 25% assistance. Families that meet the very low income limit are going to get 50% assistance. You simply fill out an application. If you receive any form of public assistance, Medicaid, SNAP, EBT, just send me a picture of your enrollment letter along with your application. You do not have to reinvent the wheel for me. You've already done the legwork once. You don't have to do it again. If you don't receive public assistance, that's not a problem. It just means that you have to send in your pay stubs and your tax information, and even your tax information from last year will work. Frequently asked questions that I get is, do you have to be a Raleigh resident? Nope, you just pay the non-resident rate. Is it just for summer camp and kids? No, it is for all ages as long as the program is over $15. Do you have to pay if you get financial assistance? Yes. You pay your portion, I then go in and pay the other portion. And then lastly, can it be applied to everything? And the answer to that one is no. I don't have enough money for specialty camps, special events, or rentals, or adult leagues, because you have to sign up as a team. But everything else, whether it's gym memberships, pool passes, swim lessons, before and after school care, summer camp, track out programs, assistance can be applied to them. So where can you find our application? You can go to raleighnc.gov. You can go to RecLink, or you can email me. If you go to raleighnc.gov, just go in the search box. We're the third thing that pops up, Parks Recreation, Parks Financial Assistance. You click on that, get the application. If you go to RecLink, it's this thing that says financial. Everybody assumes that's where you would actually get like your tax statement. It's not. That's the financial assistance application. Click on that. It'll take you to the website and you can pull up the application. And then lastly, you can just email me. I am the only person that does the financial assistance program. So everything is confidential. I'm the only one that knows about it. And the emails, if you send it to fee.assistance or to Deborah.Houston, I'm the one that's going to get them. So if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing so that I can see you guys. And I know I did that really quickly, so if anybody has any questions, just put it in the chat and I will be happy to answer that. I have also told Bielka that if anybody needs help setting up RecLink, program, like setting their Bielka, what's the word? Creating their account. I will be happy to meet with you, whether it's coming out to a mindset program or just meeting individually. Like if you want to meet me at Chavis or Crosby Garfield, as long as I've got Wi-Fi, I am happy to come out, help you set up accounts. I can help walk you through the process. Okay.
And that is going to be something that we are going to work together with all of our camps. That if you need help getting online, there's a few places here locally across the counties, even if it's some of the libraries that we can meet up with. I am going to personally make myself available for our families. This is a great opportunity, guys. And Debbie and all of our partners here have been very, very helpful in helping folks get set up. So if there's a question, don't feel shy, put it in the chat. If we don't have the answer right this second, because we know there's a lot of circumstances that it's not cookie cutter. So speak with Debbie, speak with the folks at each of these camps directly. And so as we're getting your questions in, each of us are trying to fire out answers. I already got some folks who's already, and I know who you guys are. Some of these folks are in our program, so they got my work number, so they're texting me. And I'm like, oh, you think you're funny? All right, now I got to be real creative. But great. Thank you so much, Debbie. Again, it's not too late. If you have questions for Dan with 4-H camp or with our City of Raleigh camp, fire them away in the chat. And also at the end, you're going to get all of this, the recording. You're going to get follow-up information. So don't worry if you got on a few minutes late. Don't worry. We got a lot more information coming to you. All right. Up next, we have our Wake County Boys and Girls Club, followed by Arts Together.
All right. Well, hey guys, I am Jessica Bullock with the Boys and Girls Clubs serving Wake County. I'm going to also share this lovely screen. If I can hit the right button, that is. I just hit the wrong button, so let's give me a second to try this again. All right. There we go. Okay, so we are, like I said, the Boys and Girls Clubs. There are 7 locations here in Wake County. You've got 5 in Raleigh, and then you've got a club in Wake Forest and a club in Zebulon. There is a phone number up there as well as an email address that you can get to all of those clubs through both of those. A lot of people don't understand how the club works during the summer, so I'm going to tell you that we're a little bit different. We don't call what we have summer camps. It's just coming to the club. It just happens to be during the summer. So our summer runs from June 12th through August 11th, and we are here for kids ages 6 and up. We do have some 5-year-olds that go to the Washington Elementary Boys and Girls Club because it is on a elementary school campus, but that is the only club that has kids under 6. So membership dues are $7.50, and those dues are paid once a year to become a member of the club. We believe strongly that it's important to have ownership in your clubs, so that's one of the ways we do that. During the summer, memberships, or sorry, not memberships, but member dues are $5 a day. So basically, if you're coming to the club before lunchtime, you're going to pay $5 a day to come to the club. Or if you're looking at it as a traditional summer week, $25 a week. In five of our clubs that does cover lunch as well, which is our Raleigh clubs. And it probably will cover lunch in Wake Forest and Zebulon. I just don't want to tell anybody that 100% right now. So when kids are at the clubs, they're doing a lot of different things. We all know sports are a big part of what our young people need. So we're doing a lot of that. We're a little old school. We believe that kids should be outside, running around, kind of referring back to, Raleigh Parks and Rec. We're here to have fun. We're going to do some educational stuff, but we're going to wear them out. By the time they go home with you, they're going to be exhausted from a crazy day at the club. They're going to be participating in art projects, playing games, meeting friends, and just having a lot of fun, doing what a lot of us grew up with as our traditional, summer. We do own our own summer day camp. And each club gets to take their kids to camp for a week. So you get that traditional summer camp feel. It is a day camp. We leave in the morning and then we're back to the clubs in the afternoon for normal pickup times. But they're out at our camp. We've got swimming, fishing, canoeing, rock wall climbing, hiking, soccer, just a lot of different things. That is the week of the summer that parents love us the most because we happen to take a lot of pictures of kids that are falling asleep on the bus on their way back because they are absolutely exhausted. So you're welcome ahead of time for that. If you're interested in more information about the club, I'm happy to share it with you. That info at wakebgc.org is an email address that gets checked by everybody, or gets to everybody, I should say. And then that phone number is the administrative office, and people know to send any questions about the clubs to me, and I'll be able to help you out. What I've got next and what I'll end with is a video from summer 2022, just to give you an idea of what things looked like. So let me get that going here. Let's see. And I learned earlier that if I don't do it right, I end up not having sound. So
Hey, 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 hey.
But I want you flying in my heart to handle, like a flame that burns a candle. The candle feeds the flame. Oh yeah. I got this feeling on the summer day, the summer day. That summertime, summertime. Yeah, yeah.
hey, 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 hey.
All right. I hope that gave you all the information you need. And if not, you know how to find us. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you, guys. I was back here. I had to turn off my camera because I got a little bit too excited, and then my shoulder kind of went to the left. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Up next, we have Arts Together.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Philip Locke. I am the director of preschool and summer camps for Arts Together Incorporated. We are a nonprofit organization located downtown Raleigh at 114 St. Mary Street. We have so many summer camps, it's hard to touch on all of them. So I figured I would share my screen and just talk about some basics, which will be our website. Give me 1 second to get that going. Don't know if it's letting me share it or not.
It's sharing. You're sharing the wrong one. Well, come back out.
Okay.
Now go in and click only on the link. Are you trying to share the website?
I'm actually sharing my computer screen. Yes.
Okay.
With the website.
With the website. I tell you what, try it again. And if not, drop the website in the chat. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Sounds good. Let's see. Just let me know what you see. All right. Tell me if you see the website.
Yep, there you go. Perfect.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I can't see you all, but Arts Together, as I said, we are located downtown Raleigh. We offer summer camps for children 3 to 12 years of age. We offer half-day camp and full-day camp. So they have different names, but these are different tabs you can click on the website. Our multi-arts morning is going to be 3 to 5. All of our camps are, the 3 to 5 year olds camps are from 9:15 to 12:15, and we offer all specialty camps for the most part. So all of our camps are either going to encompass art with in an art studio and an art teacher, dance, drama class, music, but they all have something to do with tangible experiences. So you learn how to, there's a hip hop camp, you learn how to dance hip hop. There's a ballet camp, though you can learn to do ballet. All these are week-long camps. We offer half-day camps, which are $180 per week, and we offer full-day camps, which would be $360 per week. A full-day camp would run from 9:15 to 4:15, and a half-day camps are from 9:15 to 12:15. Some of the for the 3 to 5 year olds, some of our camp themes would be these that you see on your screen, Pirates of the High Seas, and they would that would be the main theme, and they would learn about pirates while they're in dance class, drama class, drama class, the art studio. They rotate, kind of like being in middle school, just as our program runs for 3 to 5 year olds. It's Easy Being Green, which would be an environmental camp. A big one is Dinosaur Roar. One that we've implemented this year is Comic Con. They'll get a chance to create their own comic, and then at the end of the week, dress up as that comic that they came up with and come and display their outfits. Celebration Nation, where we just celebrate all different cultures. That will be the last week that we have. I failed to mention that, but summer camp runs from, give me 1 second. Summer camp begins on June 20th and it runs through August 18th. We have summer samplers, which would be a 6 to 8 year old camp. That could be a full day camp. And we also have themes for those. So you would just choose a theme based on what your child's interest is, and you would enroll with that one. And the first one we're going to start out with is going to be Mad Science Camp. She's actually a employee of the preschools, but she's also a scientist. So she has a science camp all about experiments every day, a different experiment every day that they'll do in that camp. There's again art camps. We learn how to make a mural or graffiti art. Dabbles in dance, which we'll talk about. You'll learn about all sorts of dances. That's one for 6 to 8 year olds. Dancing through the decades is one. We learn dances from the jitterbug all the way to the electric slide, and they will learn different dances the week they're there. I mentioned hip hop camp, and there's different art camps. Another one that we started this year is Arts Together's Got Talent. So you would just come and whatever your child's talent is, at the end of the week, they would showcase it to the families. But they would hone that craft for that week. We also offer Summer Sparks Junior, which is 6 to 8. Summer Sparks Junior and Summer Sparks Seniors. Those camps are going to be. We partner with Longleaf School of the Arts on Wilmington Street. So if your child is 6 to the age of 12, we do have space there this summer in that charter school. We have classrooms there. We use their dance studio, their black box whenever we're doing stage plays and all of that. Those camps are housed there, and it's pretty much the same thing. There are several offerings that we have, and you just select that week. And if you wanted to come every week, it's $180 per week. But if you wanted to select a week at the beginning of the school year, beginning of the summer, and then one in the middle, you just register all those at one time. One that is really, really popular if you have a fashion designer in your family, or if you feel like your children are interested in that, is we do something called Trash and Fashion. It sells out really fast, but it's exactly what it sounds like. Children get a chance to sew hot glue and create, if you see this picture here, and create their own outfits out of recyclable materials or out of materials that we have. Then this young lady here made shoes, and she made her pocketbook and all these things. They get a chance to do it on their own. And then we have a runway fashion show at the end of the week. Let's see. That is pretty much what we have to offer. Again, Arts Together is exactly what it sounds like. It is just an arts camp for your artists, for the artists in your families. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's Phillip with 2 L's, PHILLIP @artstogether.org, or free to call us at the Arts Together location. I think that's it for me. Thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat and I'll respond. Thanks.
Thank you, Phillip. And a lot of folks and parents, please know that not only are these organizations offering camps, check out the things that they do year round. So I plan on popping in for hip hop camp because I just got some moves that I got to get out, but you will be surprised. Have your child go and experience something. The reason why we're doing this early, I know a lot of folks are saying, well, what about the cost? What about the fee? This is why we want to do it early. We want to get you guys so that if there is a fee, let's work together to do a budget. Because there's sometimes in life, we'll put funds to things that don't last, but only a couple months, guys. I'm talking about them sneakers. But a hip hop camp where Miss Gabrielle's going to show up and pop and lock, can you imagine the lifelong experience that's going to take your youth through? So let's plan, let's work. You're going to keep hearing me talk about budgeting. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about budgeting and how to plan for our summer for our young people. All right. Now, I lost my spot. Hold on. Here we go. Marbles Kids Museum. Is April on?
Yes, ma'am, I am. How are you?
Here we go, April. You're sitting at the bottom of my box. I saw you, sweetie.
Yeah, you
Welcome,
remember busting
honey.
into my meeting when you came to Marbles?
Yeah, so I was going to try to show you my hip hop moves, but go ahead because I don't want to take up all the time. I'll just
Perfect.
hip hop over here.
Hi, everyone. My name is April Van. I'm the camp manager at Marbles Kids Museum in downtown Raleigh. Marbles offer half-day and full-day camp opportunities. We begin our camp season on June 3rd and we run until September 2nd. So we hold 13 weeks of camps at Marbles. So if it will cooperate with me, I'm going to just kind of do the same thing and just help navigate the website because sometimes the websites are not very user friendly. So if I can show you where things are, hopefully it'll make the process a lot easier. So I'm going to share my screen. And let me know. I'm going to start with a video. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
No, sweetie, you may need lock it back down. And when you go back to share, that first line up on top is going to say share sound.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Doop, 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 doop. You said back out. And you would think that I would know how to use this because this is what we
No,
use at work
Teams
every
is
day.
so different than Zoom because
Okay.
usually it just comes up. So when you
There
go
it
to
is,
share,
Booyah.
you see it?
I
There you
got it.
go.
All right, let's try that one more time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What time is it?
Located in the heart of downtown Raleigh, kids 3 to 9 discover, connect, and make some of their best friends at Camp Marbles.
All right, y'all ready to go play? Yeah!
Campers love to play in the museum, exploring all the exhibits, and each of them has a favorite. Camp Marbles is a safe, inclusive, accommodating, and a fun place to learn. Unique, hands-on themed activities are carefully prepared, and specialized programming welcomes guest stars who provide enriching experiences that campers may not get at other places. Camp Marbles continues to grow and evolve, but what never changes is the warm, welcoming, and nurturing community. Create lasting memories at Camp Marbles, where every day is filled with play.
Perfect. So I'm going to back out of this. Okay, guys. What is happening? Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to start on our main page. And this is how you would get to all things summer camp. So you would go to our camps and programs tab, click on summer camp, and we'll talk about that later. But with our summer camp, as you can see, we offer camp sessions starting at 3. So we have our preschool camp, which is for 3 and 4-year-olds. That is a half-day camp that runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Our members price is $165. Our non-member price is $180. We also offer half-day camps for our elementary age kids as well, which is 5 to 9, with the prices of $165 and $180 as well for for half day, and for full day is $300 for the full week and $330 for non-members for the full week from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We also offer before and after school. Our before care begins at 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. And then our aftercare is from 4 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. And here are a few of our themes that we have. Each week is a themed week. Some of the favorites that we have is Digging Downtown, where we go on a walking field trip. So we take a tour of downtown and investigate the history, mystery, and fun for all of Raleigh has to offer, which is one of my favorites because we always take a walking field trip to Krispy Kreme. So I always make sure I'm on that field trip every time. We also offer Cook-a-Book, which I love. Tales can be tasty, enjoying cooking delicious dishes from the pages of your favorite stories. So one example I like to use is green eggs and ham. The kids may make green eggs and ham. If you give a mouse a cookie, we make cookies. We do all different types of things. Another one is Constructioneers that is very popular. If you dream it, you can build it. So we've been collecting all the things you can possibly think of: toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, anything plastic. We've been collecting them since the beginning of this year so we can have a big variety of recyclables for our campers to use during this week of camp to build whatever their mind have them to come up with. One thing I really wanted to point out is if you scroll down, I know I shared the prices of our non-member and member rates, but we do also offer scholarship opportunities. And I just wanted to point out, this is how you would apply for the scholarships. Our scholarship application closes on March 31st at 12 p.m. Or until all of our seats have been awarded. So if Marbles is somewhere that you would like to apply for a scholarship at, please go ahead and apply now. Just because I know it says March 31st, but with us go ahead and starting to award those seats, we want to make sure your application is in there. One thing I wanted to point out when you click on the application is you're going to fill out all of this information. Whenever you get down to children, you're going to add in the kids' names. If you're a household that has more than one child name, I don't know if it will let me do it while I'm sharing, but you will need to add each of your children in on the application. It will let you add up to 3. If you have a household of 4 children, you would then need to complete another application for your 4th child. So please, please, please make sure you add all the children names on the applications. Here we go. So you would add their name in, and then you would just add, once you complete the application, it will have an add bar. You need to click on that and add the other children's names. Another thing that I would like to add as well is scholarships awards are limited to 1 week per camper. So we will let you know which week it is. Whichever week that you are selected for, that's the week that we are hoping that you are able to come to Marbles and be able to attend camp. So whenever we reach out to you, hey, you've been awarded a seat. You're awarded for the week of July 4th. You would then at that time let us know, like, yes, I would love that seat, or unfortunately things don't work out, and then you would pass. But we are trying to go ahead and get those applications in now and let families know now so they can go ahead and plan accordingly. That's all I have. Pretty quick and to the point. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer. Again, my name is April Van. I am the camp manager at Marbles. Janine Ish is also another amazing person to ask questions to, but all things camps, that's me. And that's
Thank
it.
you, guys. Thank you, April. And let me tell you guys, if you have not been to Marbles, okay, so here's a little secret. Find a kid and go. I'm kidding. So you will be so surprised of not only is it a great place to explore for your young persons, but I go with my grandkids and I have a ball. And I have learned something every time I've gone about myself as well as my young people. So learn about what happens at Marbles. They also have, April, is it Thursday nights that they stay open till late?
Yes. So for instance, tonight we have
Don't log
play
off and
late
go.
for less. So on Thursday nights, we at 3:00 we start charging half price admission, and we're open until 7 p.m. So on Thursday nights, we are open until 7. And then I have another shameless plug. Guys, this is very shameless, very, very shameless. So I'm also over the Teen Play Corps program. So if you have any teenagers, the applications are now open. Please, please, please have them to sign up. It is an amazing opportunity. It looks so good on applications whenever they're applying for college. We're starting to accept kids as rising 7th graders. So if you have any rising 7th graders, please have them to apply to be a Teen Play Corps. They get to hang with me again. They get to volunteer in the camp setting as well as the museum. And a beautiful thing is, once they are old enough to work, if they're interested in applying for a job at Marbles, we hire them. So
Yes.
please,
And I met
please,
one of the young
please.
men that started off as a volunteer and now is working.
Demarion.
Yes, Demarion. Oh my
Yep.
gosh, amazing young person. And that's what we're going to, at the end, before the end, I'm going to be popping in and out, but we're going to talk about these young people, the importance of volunteering, and importance also, we do have some paid jobs with the city of Raleigh, and I believe they start at age 15. And if you check the chat, Debbie's already started putting things in. Our young people have to learn to be a part of the process. So whether they're volunteering or they're getting paid, let's get them involved at the table also. Thank you, April. Again, if you have
Thank
any more
you.
questions for April or any of the opportunities at Marbles, we will make sure that you will also get her email. You'll see the link on how to register. And if you're having a challenge, don't worry. I mess up the online stuff all day long. I just call them and they figure it out. They know what to do. All right, up next, we have David with ArtSpace.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be here and be talking about ArtSpace. I have a quick little presentation, so give me 1 second to pull that up. Okay. Okay, well, I just wanted to begin and say hello. My name is David Moore. I am the Director of Community Engagement at ArtSpace. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of what ArtSpace is. We are a visual nonprofit art center in the heart of downtown Raleigh, right across the street pretty much from Marble. So shout out to our neighbors there. And so we've been around since 1986. We do a number of things. We are the largest community of visual artists under one roof in North Carolina. So we have 30 artist studios in the building that people can walk in Wednesday through Sunday, meet with our artists, purchase artwork, or just ask them a bunch of questions. We also offer artist residencies for artists of all kind of backgrounds and levels. So again, if you have an artist in your house or know an artist, we're always looking for more people to take these residencies. You get hooked up with free space, as well as professional development opportunities with us. And then we also have 3 exhibitions in the building. We change those out every 2 months. It's a great way to learn more about local artists in our community, as well as national artists that we're bringing in from around the country. One of the things that we do the best at ArtSpace is art education. So this year we're approaching our 34th year of summer art camp. We have 8 weeks, and that kicks off June 12th and lasts through the 11th. And we take grades, rising grades 1 through 12. So we even take high schoolers, and we have some cool classes for them. We offer both half day and full day camp. Morning sessions last 9 a.m. till 12, and then our afternoon sessions last 1 to 4. If a student is doing a full day, they would have lunch in between. You can bring your own lunch, or we actually have a great partnership with Carol's Kitchen, and you can order a very low cost lunch through them. Again, we offer half day and full day camps. Our registration is going to open up on March 15th. Each camp is $150 for members and $175 for non-members. So again, for our camps, that is a 5-day period, and that is a half day. So each half day of a camp is $175 if you're a non-member. In that price, we include all the materials. We even have aprons for the little ones to make sure they're not ruining their good clothes. We also understand that everyone may not be able to afford what the price is for camp. So we offer 60 scholarships each year. That's one of my main responsibilities, is making sure we're getting these out to the people who need them most. And we base that off of income. We don't ask for anything verification, but we just want to make sure these are going to the people that need them the most. And so those actually are not due until May 6th, but like Vielka is saying, make sure you get those in early. With our summer camps, that's all visual arts based, but everything changes. We have 64 different sessions this summer coming up. So you may have something where your kiddo is making their own tree, like you see in the photo right there with found objects. Or if you have a high schooler, last year we had Intro to Digital Comics, which was really cool. And it challenged those students in the high school level, and that kept them really engaged during the summer. And then we also have just basic drawing for kiddos that are in the grades 1 through 3. It's really more about exploration and having fun and enjoying themselves. So I hope you will consider joining us for summer art camp this year. This is our website. Our schedule is not up just yet, but it will be up very soon in the next week or two. But this is my contact information. If you have any questions about our camp, or you're having a hard time either registering for camp or finding our scholarship application, please give us a call at that number. You can either talk to myself or Danny Pena, who is our education manager, who couldn't be here tonight. But again, we have camps for grades, rising grades 1 through 12. As you can see in this photo right here, we have some older kids in the background. So we take kids of all ages. And I do want to plug a couple of things. Besides summer art camp, you can find us at Dix Park twice a month offering Connect and Create. It's a multi-generational program, totally free, and you register through Dix Park. We also are attending more community events and festivals. So you may see us out at a festival this spring or summer. Please come up and get to know us. We usually are out offering a free activity because we want people to get to experience the arts and make sure that they're able to express themselves. So please consider joining us for that. And then the last shameless plug I'll make is Tomorrow is First Friday. It's a great time to come downtown and see other art galleries. The stores are open late, restaurants are open late. And once we even get to March, there'll be a free movie in a market in Moore Square each First Friday. So I hope you families will consider that and come downtown for First Friday and have some fun with us. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Guys, a lot of times we don't even know what's downtown. Like when you said, what year did you guys start it?
Art Space started in 1986.
Wow.
If we do the math, 34 years ago, that's
Yes.
when our Art Space camp started. Our president and CEO right now actually attended camp as a little girl. So that kind of shows how long we've been around in the community, and Summer Art Camp is one of the things that we do the best.
Awesome. So I have seen these guys out in the community and at some of our events. Take advantage of downtown Raleigh, guys. Take advantage of, go down to some of our municipalities, go downtown Cary. A lot of these great things are happening, and a lot of times they're free. So you want to find something to do also before the summer comes up. How about take your young person to a lot of these places and visit them so they can get to know what's right here in Wake County. We have an amazing sets of community partners and organizations waiting to meet you. So with no further ado, I have our team from La Isla Verano, who's going to come on now and talk to us about a unique camp that we have never seen or offered here in Wake County.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cindy Salazar. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Okay. All right, so we are ISLA. ISLA stands for Immersion for Spanish Language Acquisition. We are a program that builds community and leadership through our educational Spanish language and cultural immersion programs. And we are located in the Durham, Chapel Hill area. And so Isla Verano is our Spanish outdoor exploration program. This summer camp is a great way for your kids to explore culture and learn Spanish all at the same time. So this is a great way for them to have fun during the summer and learn Spanish through culture in a very interactive and exploratory environment. We have 6 weeks of Spanish and fun. So each week we have a different country. So as you can see, we have República Dominicana, Nicaragua, Panama, Paraguay, Honduras, and Cuba. The first week starts June 26th and the last week ends on August 4th. And you can either join 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all 6 weeks, whatever you desire. We are there for you and for your kids. This program is for students rising kindergarten all the way up to rising 5th grade. And we have it Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. We do not offer before or after care. I'm just gonna, say that right now. But we do have the Durham location at Eno River State Park. We were there last year, so these are some pictures where the kids were able to, be outside. This is a complete outside, all day outside camp, and we were able to enjoy the river, which they loved. Every day they would go and cool off a little bit, and then they would walk on the natures, do projects with art projects with leaves and stuff like that. So it's a very fun experience for the students. And another thing, we also are, this is the first year that we want to expand to the Raleigh location. And so we are in search of a location currently, and we hope to have one very, very soon. So if you want to join our wait list, we currently have a wait list, and I will show in a few minutes where you could join our wait list to join our Raleigh location camp. The prices are $315 per week per student. So, and then it's a one-time $50 non-refundable registration fee per child. And this is just a one-time $50 registration fee. And then week 2 is the only week that it will be less than $315 because instead of 5 days, it will only be 3 days due to 4th of July holiday. And we do have discounts. We have our early bird discount where you will get $15 off at checkout if you register before March 3rd, 2023. And then we also offer sibling discounts where the second child gets 15% off and the third child or more get 20% off. And we also have multi-week discounts. So for example, if you purchase 2 weeks, you get $20 off. If you purchase 3 weeks, you get $40 off. So the more weeks you buy, the more discounts you get. And we do offer scholarships. We offer full and partial scholarships based on household size and annual income, and it's on a first come, first served basis. So if you are interested in applying, you can go to our website, and I will be showing that also. And then a question that we always get is, does my child need to know Spanish? No, your child does not have to have any prior knowledge of the Spanish language. We have kids who have attended dual immersion programs, but we also have kids who it's their first time ever being in a place with people speaking Spanish. So, you know, we offer our teachers strategies and, you know, we offer, you know, training for our teachers to make everybody, all the students comfortable with the Spanish. And so let's see. Let me go ahead to I wanted to show, this is something that you can also find on the website. This is a day-by-day calendar of what you can expect. For example, what topic the students are going to be covering that day based on the country. And also, let me go ahead to the okay. So this is our website. If you want to join our Raleigh location waiting list, you just click join our waiting list. Let's see. And then you will just put in your first name and your full name, your email, how many kids do you plan on registering, your phone number, and then your address. And then once we have a location confirmed, we will let you know as soon as possible. And if you do decide to register for the Durham location, you can click register now. And then you would put, you know, your full name, you would choose, you know, the grade for your student, and then the location Durham, and then the weeks. And then once you add that first child to the cart, up right under here, it will say add student. So if you have more than one child, that's where you would add the second student. And you do have the option of only paying the registration fee, the $50 registration fee per child. So you have that option if you don't, you know, have all the money, because we understand it's a lot at once. So if you don't have all the money, you can just pay the $50, and then by April 29th, you can pay the rest of the remaining balance. And now let me show you the scholarship application. You would go all the way down here, and then you would go to the scholarship application. Do make sure that if you are requesting scholarship for more than one student, submit the scholarship 2 times. So if you have 2 kids, 2 times, 3 kids, 3 times. So it's 1 submission per student that you have. And make sure that you apply for the scholarship before actually registering for whatever week you decide. So here you would ask the questions. I'm just gonna pick whatever right here, and then you would put the student full name, the grade, based on, if you want a full scholarship or a partial scholarship, it asks you all these questions. And then you have the opportunity to upload any documents. So you can show us 2 payment stubs or, any proof that you receive food stamps or free reduced lunch or any other help that you receive that would qualify you for a scholarship. So yes, I think that is all. And I will, I will be putting my information, the website information, and our phone number if you want to call us, or if you want to, email us and ask any questions that you have. We are here. I know it's a lot to cover in like 7 minutes, but yes.
Vielka, you know you're gonna have to be a guest speaker for your country, girl.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling everybody, if you're gonna pick a week, pick Panama. Because let me tell you how beautiful the ladies are there. Anyway, thank you, Cindy. Thank you to our team there. We are working really, really hard to make sure our young people have exposure. And so thank you for the team being able to work on getting scholarships. This is something that is huge for our families, but we want to make sure that as we are preparing, this is part of the reason why we want to do this well in advance. So if you're needing scholarship, if you need some help, apply early, like as soon as we're done, hit these screens. All the camps are going to be putting their email address or their links to their website online. You're going to get this all in an email as well. But this is experience. Can you imagine learning about a beautiful country that produces beautiful people? I mean, I'm just saying, you don't get this every day in your regular school. So how about you getting a chance to learn and explore, learn about different countries? My mom's Cuban, so let me just throw that shameless Cuban plug in there already as well. But the great thing you're going to learn of all these countries, we all have something in common. We all love to share what we do. And there's a thing called pegao, con colón. It's the rice when it sticks to the bottom of the pan. Whew, I hope they serve that when I get out there for lunch. All right, up next, we have Jessica with Wake Harvest. Come on, Jessica. She's here. She's coming, guys. She's coming. I'm hyped up.
Good evening, my friends. Thank you so much for having me, Vielka. I'm excited to be here tonight. Hello, families. Hello, parents. I'm also going to share my screen. And I know you've been given so much information tonight. So let's see, share screen window or tap. So I'm going to try to make this quick and let's just do the entire screen. Why not? Share system audio. No, I'm going to do that. Why isn't it giving me the option to share the entire screen? Hold on. Of course, now it's not gonna do this for me. So my name is Jessica Rivera. I am the director at Wake Harvest. Why isn't it, Vielka? How come I can't share my screen?
Is it the top part? Do you see? Is it hitting?
Yeah, I see share. I'm clicking on it.
Do you see any of the boxes coming up?
Here we go. Let me see if I got it now. It was me. It was user error. Sorry. So again, my name is Jessica Rivera. I am the director at Wake Harvest. I know, as you have seen already, you have so many wonderful options to choose from for summer camps. And so I want to start. I'm going to give you guys some fun facts about Wake Harvest. We were voted Raleigh's best summer camp 2022, #1. We took the gold home, and so we're very, very proud of that. It was only our 4th summer camp last year, and we were voted #1. So we're super proud. This year is going to be our 5th annual summer camp. And these are the weekly themes that we have. And I'm going to you guys can see it on your own, but I'm just going to go ahead and talk about a couple of the weeks. So as you can see, we're Monday through Friday. We are 7:30 to 5. We do offer extended care for some families. And that's why we start so early also, because we do have a lot of families that are working parents. So we want to accommodate their schedules as well. We also allow teenagers to come join us. So as you've seen through the other presentations, there's not that many programs that offer care to or camps to teenagers, and we are proud to offer that to our kids. So we have baking camp that the kids are really excited about. Around the World Week, I'm just going to skim through really quickly. Around the World Week is where the kids are going to learn about different countries, but we're also going to be eating different foods from those countries and playing different games that are popular in those countries. And then for like our transportation week, we're super excited about that one because we're actually all going to be riding on a train. And we're going to be going to Charlotte, where we will be taking the kids to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Another day that same week, the kids are going to be able to ride on a horse and carriage. And we're super excited about that. Same thing for
yeah, I have to interrupt you, but I'm looking at which is a wonderful certificate to have, but we're looking at your Raleigh's Best certificate. Did you something else up?
I did have something else up. Hold on, let me stop sharing that because it's not. Thank you for saying that. Let me share again. I'm just gonna, let's see, hold on, maybe this is, okay. So you saw this one. Do you see my screen still? Are we
there you go. You're on the right one. You're on the right one now.
Okay. So let me not touch anything else. Okay. So yeah, so these are our weeks. And then, so like I was saying, for the transportation week, another awesome thing we're going to be doing is we're working on getting a pilot to show the kids a private plane. A big part of what we do during our camps is all about field trips and experiences. So we are also we're electronic free Monday through Thursday. So the only day that we have electronics is Friday. And a lot of the times we try to make Friday be one of our field trip days as well, so that we limit the electronic time, because at the end of the day, we want the kids to focus on building relationships. So one of the great things about Wake Harvest is we're the only program in Wake County that focuses on social emotional development. We're also, so basically building relationships with the kids, teaching communication skills, talking about our emotions, ensuring that our campers feel heard is very important to us. So every single day we do emotional regulation with them. So we have them tell us one negative emotion they felt today and why, and one positive emotion they felt today and why. And then we talk about that. So we do problem solving with them. So if they have a negative emotion, what caused you to feel that negative emotion? And how do we get to the root of the problem so we can avoid that situation happening, to avoid that negative emotion, which is really huge. We have a lot of children who've come to us and have shown so much improvement on their communication skills, on their self-esteem, and just being able to make experiences and build relationships with the other campers as well as our team is super huge. And we are big on inclusion. So we accept children with all abilities. We have children who are neurodivergent, who have shown major improvement with us. Some even academically. I have kids that have come in and literally didn't speak. So some children who have autism and they didn't talk at all. And then they end up showing so much growth. So we're just excited. We enjoy what we do, and it shows through our camp. And so this is our website. You can go to our homepage and scroll down, and you'll be able to see the different programs that we offer. So on top of having our summer camp, we also offer Breakfast Club, which is on Foodie Fridays. Every Friday morning, we make breakfast with the kids, and then we drop them off at school. And we also have before and after school care. So we offer before and after school programs that start as early as 7 in the morning and end as late as 7 in the evening. For the families, again, that are working families. And then we have a youth mentorship program that meets one Saturday every month. So it's the third, that's me with my kids. So it's the third Saturday of every month that we get together. And that's absolutely free. There's just a one-time $25 registration fee. But if you look at, you guys can go to our website and see all the things that we have to offer. But if you go to summer camp, you'll be able to see all of the different weekly themes. So again, it's the same flyer that I just showed you guys. A couple of other things too is, so like Comic Week, we're going to take the kids. I don't know if you've heard of GalaxyCon, but GalaxyCon is a Comic-Con basically. So we took the kids last year and they had a blast. They got to meet some famous people. We're going to do the same thing again this year during Comic Week, and they get to make their own comic books and then come in dressed up as their favorite superhero, and just, we have fun. And so like a typical day, we provide snacks for the kids, 2 snacks a day. And so 7:30 to 9:30, we ask families to drop off in the morning. We know that some families like to sleep in, so we try to ask them to be here by 10 o'clock at least, so the kids get to enjoy all of the activities that we have planned. We provide them with a morning snack, and then we have fun. So we encourage the kids. We've got an air hockey table, foosball table, lots of games and all kinds of arts and crafts stuff. So we just encourage them to be creative and interact with each other. We have lunch every day at 12 o'clock that the families provide. So you'll send your child in with lunch. And then we also provide the afternoon snack. And then departures anywhere between 4 and 5. And sometimes our field trips end up being, I'm going to just stop sharing screen now. Sometimes our field trips end up taking a little bit longer. So we end up being later for pickup, and we'll notify you if that ends up being the case, to where, hey, today we're going to pick up at 6 o'clock or whatever. And that's all included. We don't charge extra for that. Our camps are $240 a week. That's Monday through Friday, again, 7:30 to 5. We are closed for Juneteenth, and we are closed for the 4th of July. But other than that, we're open and available. And then we are also, there's a one-time $25 registration fee per child. And we also are offering scholarships as well. So tuition assistance is really important for us, because we never want families to have to choose, not to send their child, to be able to enjoy such a wonderful experience and make friends and build their self-esteem and help them with the life skills that they don't learn elsewhere. We teach that here at Wake Harvest, but we make it fun. So as you can see, the kids love it. We were voted #1 for Raleigh's Best Summer Camp. So that's something that we're super proud of, because as you can see, there's lots of other wonderful camps. And so we're proud of that. And if you guys have any questions at all, I think we also have sibling discounts that we offer. But I think that was pretty much everything.
Jessica, that was exciting and wonderful. Thank you so much. And again, guys, a reason we're pulling all this together is because we need to get our young people exposed. I was looking at the different topics. They had a sign language camp. Like, folks don't understand. That's another language that our young people could be learning and fall in love with, and how that can take them to other opportunities when they get older. So I'm pumped. Go ahead, Ann.
Can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
Inclusion is huge for us. So a lot of children, for example, like I said before, we have children who have autism. A lot of children have never been exposed to someone who has autism or who has ADHD or ODD, right? So, because a lot of the times these children are in different classrooms, right, in school. So how do they get that exposure? How do they get to learn how to be inclusive, right? So at Wake Harvest, we keep all of our kids together. We teach our children, okay, so so-and-so, their brain works a little bit differently. And so they may say something or they may do something that there is not okay for them to do. And instead of you yelling at them or, wanting to hit them or whatever, getting upset with them, this is an opportunity for you to say, no, you can't do that. And you communicate with them. So we have to be patient, we have to be kind, and we have to be understanding. And so we've had so much growth, and you see children are amazing. And so you see how patient they are with each other and how much more understanding. And the children that have come in, yes, Inez, there are scholarships for this program. The children who come in, I hope I said your name right. Yes, see, so the children who come in, they grow. So even our children who do have autism. I have a child who came in and didn't talk at all. He knew how to speak, but he didn't, because he didn't know how to interact, that social interaction. And when he came to Wake Harvest, by the end of the summer, he was speaking so fluently, and he was able to express to you, to everyone, this is what, this is, I don't like this. He was able to tell you the things he didn't like, how he was feeling. When he came in originally, he couldn't do those things. This is what Wake Harvest is all about. And at the end of the day, we want everyone to feel loved and included, and seeing that other children can be accepting and not be uncomfortable around different children is super important. And every program should be that way. But okay, let me stop, because if not, we'll be the rest of the night talking about Wake Harvest.
Thank you, Jessica. And I'm going to plug this in. Thank you to all of my partners, all of our camps. I actually just got emotional. My 4-year-old, soon to be 5, big boy, was diagnosed with autism. And to see what my son and my daughter-in-law, the fears that they had. And my daughter-in-law is absolutely amazing. She's the best gift that I could ever ask for. Finding opportunities for him to grow. And he understands Spanish, English, the whole 9 yards, right? But when you just said it about not talking, that's hard. That's hard. And me hearing him sounding out words now, tears coming, because to have that exposure, and then to expose your other young people to learning and understanding that he likes to play just like all the other kids. And not everybody always, sometimes a lot of our kids don't get included in things. They don't get to go to certain birthday parties. This means a lot. And all of our camps that we've chosen tonight, it's been really focused, all of them, really been focused on inclusion and making a child feel like they are the star in the midst of all the other stars. They can shine. So thank you guys. Up next, I have Joe and Dana with our Loaves and Fishes group.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I'm also driving, so please be patient with me. The internet went out, so I was like, let me just go home, and so I'm driving. But I am Dana, right? I am the program director at Loaves and Fishes Ministries, and one of the things that we're doing this year that is kind of new to our program is offering summer programming to people that are not enrolled in our after school programming throughout the week. And so there are going to be some limited spots, but we're going to be offering about 6 weeks of summer programming. And what we are big on is relationship. We believe in the whole child, which also includes the families and the parents or guardians. And so it's very important for us to build relationships with our students and our families, because when we build a relationship, we can find their spark. And the spark is the thing that makes their heart sing, the thing that they love. And when you find out what a child loves, we honestly and truly believe you can teach them anything, because you can teach from that place of love. And so the only way you do that is building relationships. And so for us, relationship is everything. And that means being patient. It means being understanding. It means, sitting down, to give a hug, or to, when we ask, how was your day, to really wait for a response to that and not assume everybody's going to say it was a good day. And so during our summer camp, one of the things that, we make sure that we cover and is, how do you communicate, your feelings, so the social emotional stuff. And the other piece of it is just hands-on experience. So our morning consists of us having a devotion, having an academic time, having some exercise. So we may walk some of the community tracks. We may go to a park and walk around. And then in the afternoons, we do a lot of field trips. So we usually have a topic or theme. Last year, we talked about farming, and we talked about, food and nutrition and healthy eating habits. And so, in the mornings we would talk about, fruits and vegetables, and, we would have them make a salad for lunch or have them make a fruit salad. And, we all shared that. But then in the afternoons, we went to North Carolina State to their dairy farm. We took, field trips actually to out in Charlotte, actually, where, they was able to pet some of the animals. And then we would talk about, which animals produce, what types of food. So the kids got to, milk cows. They got to, understand that, pigs, produce, your pork and, all of that we talked about, all about holistic foods. And then we talked about, foods that had, injections and all of that in there, and what was the difference between organic and all of that. And so it was just really cool for the kids, because a lot of times we use those terminologies but they don't know what that really means. And so to actually be able to let them go into the grocery store and let them see from the beginning. And I think the people at North Carolina State did an amazing job, because they talked to us about when the animals come into their farm, and until they go on our table. So when we went to North Carolina State and we talked about milking the cows and what the process that they have to go to, and then the next day we go to Whole Food or Wegmans or Food Lion, and we look at some of the locally grown foods. The kids can now make a connection with all of that. And so again, the mornings consist of all of the academics and the devotion and all of that. And then in the afternoon, we actually go out and, tour some of these places and get the kids to ask questions and, those type of things. So this year, instead of it just being offered to our kids that are in our after school program, we have some spots available that we're going to just open up for the community. It will be a limited amount of spots. We will run programs from June the 12th, let me look at my dates, June 12th through the 30th. Then we will be off the week of the 4th of July, and we will start back on July the 10th through the 28th. There will be a cost of $175 for the week, because we will have to pay for some of the field trips and all of that, but that would include the field trips and a breakfast, lunch, and a snack, and then whatever activities and supplies that we have throughout that week. And so, like I said, it'll be of different activities. And then the last week, one of the things that we try to do, just so the kids can have some kind of say so, is have them decide some things that they would like to do. And that last week we try to implement some of those based off of it being a realistic ideas, and then that way they feel like they have some say so, and they're also doing some of the things that they really are excited about doing during their summer. Parents can decide if they want to do all 6 weeks, or if they want to pick and choose which weeks they would like to do. But if you do any part of that week, the $175 will still be the cost, just so that we can cover transportation and all of that.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. And you guys are going to get more information on all of these camps, all of the services that they provide throughout the year. Again, I was being very intentional about including programs and camps that offer summer camps, but also is pouring back into our community. And each of these locations is giving us year-round opportunities for growth with our families. So this is a perfect example. Now, I'm not sure, because I know the young lady had some other plans. Do we have anyone from North Carolina Science Museum? I want to make sure, because I know I'm going to be sending out her presentation, but I didn't want to miss if she was on. Right. Okay, just making sure. And all right. But yes, more information is coming. North Carolina Science Museum, there was lots of information about their summer camp, and I will make sure that we forward that to you guys. They have an amazing summer camp that you guys, if you have not been to the museum, guys, did you know downtown Raleigh had like all these museums and they're free? Did you know that? Take your kids. It's fun. Matter of fact, go on a date night. Figure it out. You just guys can take the time to learn about our wonderful county and all that we have. Well, guys, it's 7:33. I got 2 more minutes because in my little schedule, I planned for 7:35. So we're going to take these little 2 minutes. But I'm so excited. I'm so thankful. We had over 200 families registered to come out and learn about these summer camps. This is what collaboration really looks like, guys. Everyone here has a desire to make sure young people have an experience of a lifetime. This is what it takes. It takes us coming together, takes us planning, takes us working. For those of you who have not heard about the Mindset Life Coaching Program, I'm Coach Bianca. And part of the work that I get to do with our families is to help them to understand that there is more going on around us that they have the right to be a part of, that this is about building their future and also helping them to build a better tomorrow for their families. So, and then it just goes from generation to generation when we sit down and we work together. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our first virtual speed date camping. And can we give ourselves a hallelujah? We made it, guys. We did it. I'm so thankful for everybody for being here. Look forward to an email to me. If you don't get it this evening, you definitely will get it tomorrow because I'm going to figure out how we upload this onto YouTube, make it a lot easier for you to be able to watch it and get in touch with folks. Louisa, we did it. And I'm excited, guys. Listen, I put a shameless plug in there because we did have a campsite and then it kind of got some things got shifted around. But see what happens when you partner. Debbie with City of Raleigh Parks and Recs, like, what do we got to do? This is what we call collaboration because we need that camp here in Wake County. And these are the experiences that we want to bring our family. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I just missed something. I saw something in the chat. I don't want to miss it. Oh, somebody, Inez. Oh, yes, yes. So thank you, guys. I see you, Jamisha. I see you, Trina. I thank you guys for being here. April, you're on it. Thank you, guys. This is it. This is what it takes. More information is coming. If you did not get my email, I'm going to throw it in the chat real quick, but you should have because, you know, that's what we do. Stay tuned. There's a lot more things coming, and we want to make sure that you are a part of it. If you are interested in being on our email group list, that's where I send out. It's going to be coming from the Health and Human Services. It's going to say social and economic vitality, and it's called the Connector. That's where you get information about job posting, which, by the way, Arts Together is hiring. Yep, just wanted to put that out there. City of Raleigh is going to be hiring some of the young people, and they had other positions. So this is how you get connected to things all across the area. Asia, you just relocated from Philadelphia? Chica, what part of Philly? North Raleigh over here. What part were you from? 9th and Huntington Park? Little Flowers Catholic High School. Anyway, so there's a whole bunch going on here. Welcome to Wake County. You are going to love it down here. Don't miss a beat. Guys, now I don't went over like a typical Vielka. I don't went over. It's now 36 after. We got somebody here from DC. Oh, let me get off of this chat because I can tell you I worked up there too. I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, so please correct me. Is it Ji Young? Yeah. Awesome. I'm trying, guys. I'm making this work. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for being here. I promise I'm out. I got to go home. I think my mama made some food. Bye, guys.